All right, guys, we are back with another trade breakdown. It's Tuesday. We did get a kind of a good setup. It wasn't A+ in my book, but it was good enough. It had all of my confluences to take a trade, so I ended up taking it. And I'll break that down in a minute. But before I do that, again, August 15th, we are going to launch my Discord. If you guys want to go ahead and get in there now, I do have the link to my Discord in the description, so you guys can go ahead and tap in before I make any trade ideas or drop any trade ideas on Thursday, which is the 15th. Again, if you guys want to buy the strategy to kind of get you guys prepared to how I trade, it is in the Discord. So all you got to do is go to the Discord. The Discord is free, and then you'll go to the server shop. And when you go to the server shop, you'll see two options: option to buy my trading strategy and trading plan, right? Those both come together. It's $50, and you'll get an option for those who want to be a little bit more exclusive and want to trade with me every day. You'll get an option to buy the monthly subscription. Now, the monthly subscription will give you, again, like I said, access to trade with me on a day-to-day basis, so Monday through Friday. We'll have weekly webinars. We'll have psychology check-ins twice a month. You'll get 80% off of my one-on-ones. So I'll send off, for those who want it, you'll just have to DM me. I'll send you a one-time coupon, and this coupon will only work that one time that I send it to you. So you cannot send it to anybody else. You cannot, use it a second time after I send that to you. That is your coupon for that month. So again, you'll get the everyday live trading with me Monday through Friday. You'll get weekly webinars, psychology check-ins, everything else that the free Discord gets on top of that, and then that 80% off for the one-on-one. So make sure you guys tap into that. Also, make sure you guys tap into the video I dropped yesterday. Now, I didn't actually get a trade in yesterday for that live trading, but it was some sauce in that video. So I want you guys to tap in with me. Tell me what you feel about it. Tell me, drop in the comments about, your whys and what you think about it, if you think your why is big enough. So let me know. Tap in with me. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me thus far. The channel is growing. As you can see, we're already at about 120 subscribers in a little over a month. I think about a month and about a week now. And I'm super excited, super appreciative for you guys tapping in with me. But yeah, let's get into this trade breakdown that I was able to take on YM this morning. All right, guys, as you can see, I have my trade breakdown of the trade that I just took profit on. Now, my original TP, I think, was right here. No, my original TP was right here, right? And then my ultimate TP would be up in this area, these previous day highs. I do think we're gonna eventually get there. I just didn't want to wait, and because this particular setup took about a good hour to play out. Now, for you guys who don't know, I am a intraday trader, and sometimes I scout, which means majority of my trades are gonna be from higher time frame analysis, right? So I take my actual entries off the 15-minute or 5-minute, but the analysis is coming from either the 1 hour or the 4 hour areas of interest. So which means that it might take a little bit longer for these to play out. Now, sometimes, again, I do scalp, right? Depending on what the market is showing me, depending on if the market has already gotten to the overall areas of interest, and I just want to scalp a little bit of that. But this particular trade is a intraday trade, which means it will probably take a little over an hour to 2 hours to play out. And I will be sending these out majority of the time when I send my trade ideas. Now, you guys don't have to hold as long as I hold, but it allows you. The reason why it works for me is because my RR is way bigger, right? So I could take scalps and I could take the shorter term moves, but I like the longer term moves because I win more than I lose, right? So even if I were to take a loss, my wins outweigh my losses ×2 and even ×3. So this works for me, and if you guys have the patience, it'll work for you as well. Again, I did not wait for this total profit up here. I took profit around this area here. But my ultimate TP was this first alert, and then second TP is this last alert. But let's break down why I end up getting into this trade. We're gonna go to the daily time frame. Again, I do this every single day, no different. Start off with a daily time frame. I mark off let's first start off by saying this, right? If you guys see this price action right here, I usually don't like to trade in this price action because we're kind of like accumulating on the higher time frame. But this particular trade did have most of my confluences, which is why I took the trade. But normally I would not trade this type of price action, and I normally don't trade US 30 or YM for futures. So these are kind of those one-off ones, and normally I'd be trading NG or crude oil. But let's go. Let's break it down. Step one: mark off higher time frame daily highs. Yesterday's daily highs and daily lows. We'll go to the 4 hour, and the 4 hour is really just used to kind of see structure, right? We know right now I am bullish based. My bias is bullish, right? Why? Because we are having a lot of bullish pressure out of these areas, right? Now it's only bullish for the short term, right? Because we are breaking structure to the downside, and I want price to kind of come up into a premium before it goes back down. But after price in this 5 a.m. candle on the 4 hour, after price took sell side liquidity, I'm wanting to see price come up, take some buy side liquidity, and then give me a continuation up for the buys. And that's why I end up getting today. So for now, I am bullish on the day. All right, so you see the 4 hour, this accumulation is what I was talking about, that I don't really like when price is just going sideways. But this is a 4 hour accumulation, right? Which means I can take some sort of short-term positions without having to hold too long. And let's go down to the 1 hour so you can see a little bit of why I got into this trade. So as you can see I have my previous day high and my previous day low, right? Around, 5 a.m. we end up taking out the previous day low without closing below. So that is a signal to me that we're probably going to want to take some sort of buy side liquidity, right? The first buy side liquidity that we end up taking was this high before we push down, right? So it's a lower high before we push down. So around this 8 o'clock time, I did not want to take a entry on YM before 8:30, just because 8:30 is the open central time for the indices. So I will wait. Usually I would trade between 8 and 11 a.m. For indices. I don't take trades until after that 8:30 a.m. Open. So what happened during that it's around 7:30 we had news today, so we did have this huge wick, right? So obviously I don't trade news, but around that 8:30 time we came down. Let's go to the 15 minute. Around that 8:30 time we did push up into making a higher high and taking some buy side liquidity, but upon taking that buy side liquidity we closed above the high. So that tells me, okay, we're probably going to continue in that bullish direction, right? If we were to have closed if we were to have taken that buy side liquidity and not closed above, then I wouldn't be as confident in taking the buys. But since we closed above, I'm more confident in taking the buys, and we closed above. And not only did we do that, we took out previous day high, right? So we initially early this morning, like London session, we took out previous day low, but we did not close above previous day low. Then we made some market structure shift to the upside, as well as, let me mark this, market structure shift to the upside, as well as taking buy side liquidity and closing above that high, that previous lower high, right? So I'm like, okay, I just want price to come down in some sort of some sort of discount, right? Because we're taking buys, and then show me support and it holding that area, and then I would take that continuation up into the high or into my 1 to 2 risk to reward. And today I just end up taking that 1 to 2 just because this is a 51 ticks like stop loss, and it's too big for my liking, so I didn't want to hold any longer than that 1 to 2 that I had to. If this was a little bit smaller stop loss, then I probably would have held a little bit longer, but it's too big for me, and I lowered my risk just because I don't usually trade YM that often. But it was a good setup, so I ended up taking it. As you can see, we made a market structure shift. We closed above, giving us a higher high. Now all I need is for price to come down into a discount and give me a higher low, right? So if I bring out my fib from this from this low to this high, my areas of interest would be the 50% or 61% areas, right? And then if I want a little bit more confluence, I want to see if there's any fair value gaps in that area that price may want to come down and tap. And there was. Let me take this off. You can see there was this 1 hour fair value gap sitting from here to here. So not only was it at a discount, right, it's also hitting a fair value gap. Both two great confirmations for me if price rejects that we want to continue up. So I go down to the 15-minute. I see that we came down, we have liquidity sitting here, we have a fair value gap sitting here, and we're in a discount. All I need for price to do is show me some sort of rejection, and then I will get in. I got in off the 5-minute right here. I think I got in a little bit premature, but I got in off this initial push of the 5-minute right here after price had taken out this initial low, and then giving me that bullish momentum. Now, as you can see, we also have our EMAs aligning with this trade, right? So another confirmation or confluence for me to be confident enough to take this buy up. Again, I preach this all the time. I only use my EMAs as confluence or confirmation to take a trade. I don't use it as a strategy at all. So I'm gonna take that off. The 200 and the 50 EMA were sitting right there as soon as I got that bullish momentum, because YM pushes with high volatility. I end up getting in before the close of this candle, but I think we only had about 30 seconds left before that close. So I just end up hopping in and accept the risk, and then I put my stop loss below that low of this previous candle. Why did I do that? Because we had initially taken out this liquidity, right? We had taken out this liquidity sitting right here. So I'm like, okay, if price wants to, if price wants to come back down here, we're probably gonna just continue down, right? Because we already took liquidity. We're in this fair value gap, and we're in a discount. So if we gum up and then price comes back down and takes out this low, I don't want to be in the trade. So that's where I put my stop loss. Again, it was a 50 pip stop loss, and I don't like it, but I was confident in this particular setup. I lowered my risk just because I don't normally trade YM, but it's the same concept, same strategy, no matter which instrument that I trade. So as long as it's showing me what I needed to show me, I'm going to take the trade with confidence. And as you can see, we end up hitting my overall TP. This took a little over an hour to play out. The overall TP, again, like I said earlier, is this previous day high, which I do believe we're going to end up hitting. I just am impatient enough to hold that long just because I'm already sitting in it for an hour. So that was that trade. If this resonates with you guys and you understand exactly why I got into this trade, you will be successful in trading how I trade when you hit that Discord, when I send out these trade ideas And then when we live trade together, you will be successful if you understand why I got into this trade and if you understand how I just broke this down. If you do not, and you're gonna be in my Discord, ask me, like write me and ask me questions, because I will help you out. If there's anything that you need that's just not making sense, put it in the chat. You know what I mean? I want to help everybody out. I want other people who are gonna eventually be in the chat to help people out if they understand this strategy. So that was the breakdown. That's all I have for today. It is Tuesday, so we are 1-0 on the week. I didn't take a trade yesterday. Oh, let me show you guys my P&L. All right, so here's my P&L. $1,200 on the day. To me, that's pretty good considering I lowered my risk on this YM trade. Usually it's less than 1% on the account, so it is what it is, but ultimately it's a win, so I'm gonna be happy regardless. Reminder again, I'm gonna keep saying it until it drops, and even after it drops, Discord live August 15th. Hop in that thing. I'm telling y'all, you will not be disappointed. All right, it's free, absolutely free. Only if you want to, you can buy the subscription, but you do not have to. Jump in the Discord. Come join a community that is absolutely free, and I am willing to help anybody that I need to help. If you fuck with me, if you like the way I trade, come tap in with me. All right. I'll see you guys on the next trade breakdown or live trade. Hopefully it's tomorrow. We got a lot of news tomorrow, so that means we got a lot of volatility, a lot of chances to make some money. All right. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.